नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. My name is JVN Manisha Singh. Today I am teaching you plant operations. Subject name is dairy plant management. Discipline is food and biotechnology. Now let's start the topic. Plant operations in dairy industry. Introduction is operation of a dairy plant is highly effective in manner. It is possible only when all the factors involved are synchronized. Perfection in efficiency may be considered impossibility, but the various operations which conform to the recognized standards of the efficiency should at all times be equal to or above the standards. The overall efficiency of the plant operation is directly related to the productivity, and hence it is absolutely necessary to maintain this efficiency as high as possible by optimizing the use of available resources and facilities. Plant operating efficiency may be defined as the ability to produce the desired products with minimum efforts, expense and waste without sacrificing the workers' welfare. Nowadays, the main section of any milk processing plant is the milk processing equipments. It helps to perform the various operations and working on milk production such as storing milk, clarification, homogenization, separations, pasteurization and other operations. In modern days, all milk processing equipments have become more advanced with some latest and unique techniques. These advanced high-tech machines are very useful for farmers with good quality milk production without more human efforts. The milk processing equipment is designed and developed to consider all farmers' need. The milk processing machines have a great role to make dairy industry one of the major food industries of all over the world. There are various milk processing machines helpful in dairy industry to produce best products like cheese, milk, butter, yogurt, ice cream and much more similar products. Then milk operations in dairy industry. Then separators. Separators are made with high level of protection and very high quality, and this is utilizing in the biggest and higher dairy farm. Milk processing equipment helps raise production and extend shelf life of dairy or milk products so that they are delivered to the end of the customers in the best possible value. Then pasteurization. The process of pasteurization was named after Louis Pasteur, who discovered that spoilage organisms could be inactivated in wine by applying heat at temperatures below its boiling point. The process was later applied to the milk and remains the most important operation in the processing of milk. The heating of every particle of milk or milk product to a specific temperature for a specified period of time without allowing recontamination of that milk or milk product during the heat treatment process. Purpose is there are two distinct purposes for the process of milk pasteurization. First is public health aspect, that is to make the milk and milk products safe for human consumption by destroying all bacteria that may be harmful to human health, that is pathogens. Then keeping quality aspect, to improve the keeping quality of milk and milk products, pasteurization can destroy some undesirable enzymes and many spoilage bacteria. Shelf life can be 7, 10, 14 or up to 16 days. Then milk. The extent of microorganism inactivation depends on the combination of temperature and holding time. Minimum temperature and time requirements for milk pasteurization are based on thermal death time studies for the most heat resistant pathogen found in the milk, that is Coxiella burnetii, and thermal lethality determination require the applications of microbiology to appropriate processing determinations. An overview can be found on the next page. And to ensure destruction of all the pathogenic microorganisms, time and temperature combinations of the pasteurization process are highly regulated. Then milk. The LTLT temperature is 63 degrees Celsius for not less than 30 minutes and STST temperature is 72 degrees Celsius for not less than 16 seconds or 15 seconds. And and it is or equivalent destruction of the pathogens and the enzyme phosphatase as the permitted by Ontario provincial government authorities. Milk is deemed pasteurized if it tests negative for alkaline phosphatase. Frozen dairy in dessert mixtures, that is ice cream or ice milk, eggnogs, etc. They should be pasteurized at least 69 degrees Celsius for not less than 30 minutes, and for LTLT and for STST at least 80 degrees Celsius for not less than 25 seconds. Other time temperature combinations must be approved, for example 83 degrees Celsius for 16 seconds. Milk-based products with 10% or higher fat or added sugar, cream, chocolate milk, etc. 66 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes is the LTLT temperature, and for STST 75 degrees Celsius for 16 seconds. There has also been some progress with low temperature pasteurization methods using membrane processing technology. This is the methods of pasteurization. First is this is batch pasteurizer, and this is a continuous method in which the flow pattern is in the series plates. In this, milk is stored in this tank and that is pasteurized, and this is emptied. Therefore, it is a batch pasteurizer. There are two methods, batch and continuous method. Batch method, the batch method uses a vat pasteurizer which consists of a jacketed vat surrounded by either circulating water with added steam or heating coils of hot water or direct steam. In the vat, the milk is heated and held throughout the holding period. While being agitated, the milk may be cooled in the vat or removed hot after the holding time is completed for every particle. As a modification, the milk may be partially heated in a tubular or plate heater before entering the vat. This method has very little use for milk but some use for milk byproducts. For example, creams, chocolate for dissolution and blending of ingredients during the heating stage. Then continuous method. Continuous process method has several advantages over the vat method, the most important being time and energy saving. For most continuous processing, a high temperature short time pasteurizer is used. The heat treatment is accomplished using a plate heat exchanger. This piece of equipment consists of a stack of corrugated stainless steel plates clamped together in a frame, and there are several flow patterns that can be used. Gaskets are used to define the boundaries of the channels and to prevent the leakage. The heating medium can be vacuum steam or hot water. This is the flow for the STST milk. Here there is a raw milk inlet line from which the milk is entered into the system. Then there is a constant level tank. Then there is a regenerator raw side. It is then passed to the timing pump. Then heating section. Then there is a holding tube for 15 seconds. Then controller sensor where the temperature is controlled. And there is a recorder controller. Then there is a forward flow line and there is a flow diversion device. If that temperature is not achieved, then the milk is transferred to the constant level tank. This is the another STST continuous plate pasteurizer. Hope you all are satisfied with this session. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. If you have any query, please mention it in a comment box. I will resolve them whenever we have a live session. Thank you so much for watching this video.